Hello, second graders. All right, time for math. But before we start math, since I'm wearing a baseball hat, I thought of this little trick my brother taught me. Any hunters in the room? Hunters, anybody go hunting? I really don't hunt much at all, quite honestly. But it's a really cool trick my brother hunts, and he'll tell you it works. Okay, this is really cool. So when you're hunting, a lot of times you're on a dirt road, somewhere out in the middle of some field somewhere. If you're not walking, okay, because there's a lot of walking in hunting. Okay, so you're driving along, got my truck here, as you can see, I got my hands on my steering wheel here, driving my truck. You can see my truck around me here. Okay, you see the truck? Okay, I got my hands on the steering wheel, right? Now, when you're driving along, you're usually looking out the window looking for deer, right? You should be watching the road, but we're looking for deer as we're driving along, right? So deer are pretty smart, smarter than you think. So they know if you're looking at them, because you got your hat on, your face this way, you're looking out the window, and they can see that big brim of your hat disappear because you're looking at them. So a little trick is you turn your hat like this, okay? So you wear your hat sideways. So when you're driving, you got your hands on the wheel, you're driving, and now I'm looking around, and I'm being really careful how I'm looking. But the deer see the brim of your hat, and the deer think you're looking straight ahead because they can't see that well enough to know that you have your eyes on them. But your hat is facing that way, so they don't think you're looking for them because your hat's facing that way. So a little trick, when you're hunting and you're driving, turn your hat sideways. Try it. Might work. If you're not having a good day hunting and you're not seeing enough deer, or every time you see them they run away, try it. Very funny, right? All right. So for math today, yesterday we did some graphs. We did picture graphs yesterday, if you recall. We drew pictures of the pizza. All right, today we're going to do horizontal bar graphs and vertical bar graphs. Now remember we talked about horizontal and vertical. Vertical starts with the letter V. This is how you can remember that, right? The letter V. If it's an arrow, it's pointing down, right? Vertical. So anything vertical goes up and down. See, the graph is going up and down. So this might be flowers in my garden. Now, if you all look at this, and you guys have this, if you look, I'm looking at the one at the bottom. Flowers in my garden. Well, I have 7 roses, 4 daisies, 8 violets, 6 tulips, and 3 lilies. Okay, that is a vertical graph, vertical bar graph. These are bars. Bar. They're long and thin, they're bars. That's why it's called the bar graph. Vertical means it goes up and down. Horizontal goes side to side. So if you remember vertical, you can use that to remember horizontal. Now, another way to remember horizontal is when you look outside the window, you see stuff from right to left. You see the horizon on the sky. So that's what horizontal comes from. But if you have trouble remembering that, and you know what's different than vertical, vertical goes up and down because of the letter V in the word vertical. And I know you guys know how to read graphs because we've done that. We also made a picture graph yesterday with pizzas. So today, so the front page, we just see the difference between a horizontal bar graph and a vertical bar graph. So coins in my collection, this might be somebody's coins. They might have coins from the United States, coins from Canada, coins from Mexico, coins from Japan, and coins from India. All right. So since you guys are looking at this, I'm going to ask you this question. I hope you all can pay attention and follow along. How many coins do I have from the United States in my collection? 10, right? 10. How many coins are from Japan? 4, right? All right. So here's a question for you. How many more coins do I have from the United States than I do from Mexico? How many more United States coins do I have than Mexican coins? Well, I have 10 coins from the United States. Mexico, I have 8. How many more American ones do I have, or United States ones? It's like saying 10 minus 8. I have 2 more. Or, I know you guys have done this. You can go 1, 2, and just count. Count over 2. All right? Same sort of stuff. Okay? How many fewer coins do I have from India than Japan? India than Japan. How many fewer do I have from India than Japan? Okay, you can see we have more from Japan. We have 4 from Japan and 3 from India. How many fewer do we have from India? 1, right? It's like saying 3, 4. Okay, 1 fewer. Or 1 more from Japan than India, but 1 fewer from India than Japan. Okay, fewer and more. Get how that works? All right. So this first page is just so we can review. Same sort of thing. We have a vertical graph. Vertical goes up and down. Horizontal goes side to side. You can graph the same things. It's just depends on how you want your graph. Okay, next page. We have some questions here. We have, what kind of graph is this? Is this horizontal or vertical? We should know this. Horizontal, right? No, vertical. No, horizontal. No, wait. Horizontal. This is going side to side. All right. So the first question is, use the horizontal bar graph to write an is greater than statement. So what that means is I'm going to say, I want you to make a statement like you're the teacher or right there. I would say Hal has so many more awards than Carrie. Hal has, and tell me how many. Hal has blank more awards than Carrie. Or you could say Carrie has blank fewer than Hal. Or you can say Jory has so many less than Pat. Okay, so right here I want you to write a statement. Okay, don't just say the United States, don't just say Hal has more than Pat. I want a number. I want you to tell me how many more, or how many fewer Pat has than Hal, or do something like that. So you got to use your imagination a little bit, put on your thinking cap, use your thinker, and just write a little sentence. And use either the word greater, well, it says is greater, so go ahead and do that. All right, so then we want to make a graph right here. We want to make a graph, make a vertical bar graph from the horizontal bar graph above. So the horizontal graph looks like this, and we want to make a vertical graph that says the same stuff, but looks like this. So along the bottom, you would write their names. We put the labels of the people on the bottom. So on the bottom you would have Hal, Jory, okay? So on the bottom you write the name of the people and you just switch the graph around, and then right here, remember you start with Start with 0, and then go right 1 through 10, and then draw your graph. So you just draw a bar graph. How many does Hal? Hal had, okay, if you see that. I didn't put the labels on here. I want you to put the numbers down the side. I'm not going to do everything for you, okay? You need to do that. Put your numbers up the side. Start with 1 and go up. 1, 2, 3, okay? And then just redraw the graph, this graph, as a vertical graph. Okay, you guys got that. If you need some help from mom and dad, have mom and dad help you. Okay, on the next page. We have, what kind of graph is this? Horizontal or vertical? It is a horizontal bar graph. Okay, horizontal. Okay, and then we have some questions. 2 fewer children play the blank than the guitar. Okay, how many play the guitar? So to answer this question, we need to see 4 play the guitar, and 2 fewer play what? And you need to put that right there. Put your answer right there. And then answer the rest of these questions. If you need some help, recruit your mom or dad to help you with that, or grandpa and grandma, or whoever you're staying with, brother or sister even, for some of you, right? Go ahead and get that done. Send a copy to me when you're done. Also, I had some corrections. I've been getting, every once in a while, I get corrections on our math. Sometimes I write the correction on the sheet for you, and I just drop it in your pink file, and then I send that home. But some of the other ones I'm sending back, and I just write corrections, please, and I circle them or mark them. I'd like you to make that correction and get it back to me. If you have a whole page and you've got every single one of them right except for maybe one because you forgot to do something, I might just let it go. But if you're getting multiple ones wrong, then you're missing a step. So I'm sending those corrections back. So hope all is well. After you do your math, go out, get a drink of water, use the bathroom, go outside, do some chores, help out around the house, maybe even eat lunch, depending on what time of day it is. Hopefully you're getting these done in the morning and it's taking you a little while. And I miss all you guys, and we'll see you soon.